morning, good afternoon, good evening, Fabulites. This is Angela, and I have got questions for you. What opens with Candy arriving, and what closes with Nene leaving, or something like that? If you guessed The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 10, Episode 1, 50 Shades of Cynthia. You're correct. I'm Angela. The channel is Be Fabulous You. Thank you so much for joining me, clicking on the video, and sticking around to see how we get from opening to closing. Let us proceed. So, we're at the old lady gang. We got Candy and Todd and members of the old lady gang and millions of folks at the restaurant. And the restaurant is popping. Todd and Candy are talking. Candy is talking about the multitude of things that she is involved with right now, that she's working on. She's escaped. She got escaped. She's a mom of 2, and plus she have a stepdaughter. She got the restaurant. She's the wife. She didn't mention it, but she got the sex toy company. She got the sex talk podcast, Candy Code at Night. She got the boutique. She probably got some other businesses too that we might make. She's songwriter. She got a lot going on, and she's, she feel like she got a lot going on. And Todd says you got to strike when it's hot. When it's hot, you got to get it. That's what he says. Okay, so then we're at the lake house. Lake House Cynthia. And Nene arrives, and Cynthia is planning her 50th birthday party, 50 Shades of Cynthia. So everybody comes dressed as one version of Cynthia, because as a model, an established model, she's got a lot of looks. And plus, I guess also on Real Housewives, she got a lot of looks. And they talk about Kenya's marriage, and Cynthia learned about her good friend's wedding on the internet, on the blogs. And Cynthia says that she's been dating him for 8 months or 6 months or 4 months. Well, it's been some months, Cynthia says. And, when she comes, she's going to produce receipts. She's going to walk in, and why would she lie? Nene is a little bit more skeptical. She doesn't necessarily believe the woman is married. She want to know Kenya's husband's name. Cynthia says it's baby. She don't know. Kenya arrives. Nene asks her, "Are congratulations in order?" Kenya acts like she's confused. And then Kenya says she's worried. I'm married now. She makes the big reveal or whatever. Then Cynthia makes cheers to Mr. and Mrs. Baby. And I say to you, Miss Nene, that you can be happy even for someone's wedding, even if you weren't invited, because she like, oh, Cynthia is so happy about, her wedding and Kenya's wedding, and Kenya didn't even invite her to the wedding. You can still be happy if you weren't invited, boo. And then Kenya's hubby, we find out, is a restaurateur in New York City. And she met him months ago at one of his restaurants. So then we go on to Portia. She's at home. She got her sister Lauren and her cousin Tiffany. And they come in and they are about to tape her podcast. I guess Lauren is a regular and Cynthia is a guest. They have a question and answer section. Somebody is asking Portia about dating the older man, and Portia is like, well, if he's 49, can you still have kids? And then the people are like, her cousin and sister are like, yeah, you can still men can keep having kids. And she's like, well, the kids, are they going to come out looking old? I think it's like a certified thing that while Portia is people say she's very beautiful, she definitely knows how to pull herself together. She's very, I think they're barking at a squirrel or something. Hold on a second. Let me just say that, Portia probably has a lot of strengths like everybody, but, thinking and yeah, let's just say Portia has a lot of strengths. We're not going to say what they aren't. Okay. Okay, Portia she tells one of the people who ask questions and answers, don't trust friends. And I'm kind of like, is that the lesson that Portia learned from her dealing with Phaedra, that situation? And it's kind of like, Okay, I guess that's one lesson you could learn, but there might be some other lessons in that experience for you, Miss Portia. I'm just going to invite you to, kind of rethink that, re-examine it, do some more analysis of what happened, what worked, what didn't work, and why. Phaedra has been reaching out to Portia, we find out, and Portia and Candy have not spoken, we find out. Then we're at the Sway boutique. How Sway? So Nene has a boutique now. Sheree shows up. Nene comments on Sheree's love necklace, and she's like, you must be in love. And Sheree is like, in her little interview thing, if I was in love, Nene wouldn't be the first or the second or the third or the fourth, and then they cut back and cut away, and then they come back, and she like, or the 59th or the 60th, and they cut away and they come back, or the 102nd person that I would tell. So yeah, okay. And then they gossip about Kenya's marriage and about Phaedra and Portia's not talking to Nene. And Nene really doesn't understand why Portia would not be talking to her. We established that here. Then we see Kenya in the car. She's on the phone with her dad, and her dad is asking her about a Facebook post. I guess the one where she said that she was getting married. And she tells her father that she did elope, and she was worried about upsetting her future husband. So that's why she didn't tell her dad, because I guess her dad had made some comment about, their relationship that made her nervous about having him at the wedding. And she does cry because what girl doesn't want their daddy to walk them down the aisle? And he congratulates her, and they move on. Then we see Portia. So I feel like the least of Candy and Cynthia's concerns. Cynthia ain't really concerned. Candy, we find out a little later, is a little offended that she wasn't invited to Kenya's wedding and wasn't a part of it. But baby, her daddy wasn't even there. So there's some serious stuff going on with her. Y'all ain't even in the stratosphere of concerns for me of who didn't know about her getting married. That's just me. Okay, so then we see Portia at a wig shop. She's meeting Sheree, and it's a white wig shop. I was kind of like, okay. And they're getting set up for the Sheree's party. Portia doesn't quite understand the concept, but Sheree gets her straight. And they talk a little bit. Sheree asks Portia about Nene. Portia is like, all of a sudden, since we haven't spoken in 2 years, you have to try to ruin me. You want me fired from my job? Why? And it's kind of like, I guess Portia, in her accounting of her recollection, she don't really remember or take into consideration her dealings with Phaedra and how they interacted with Candy. It's kind of like it's just all of a sudden out of the blue. She doesn't understand what's going on. And again, Portia has some strengths, but, kind of figuration may not be her strongest strength. Okay. Or she may just be playing it. I mean, I'm just saying. Okay, so then we have Cynthia arriving at her 50-cent party. That's what she called it. And she and her daughter, Noelle, are getting their makeup done. And the daughter says to call Peter because Cynthia says she didn't invite him, but she didn't hear back. And Noelle was like, well, call him. So she calls. And, he says he's not going to be able to make it. He's... she says that this is going to be her first birthday party without him, and he's not really talking. I don't know what that meant. He's not really talking. But anyway, yeah, he's not going to be at the party. It's not going to be her first party in life without him, but I guess since they've been together, now this is her first birthday without him. Then Cynthia's sister and mom arrive. Her sister is upset that Peter's not there. I don't know what they expect from the man, but anyway. And then we see the party in full swing, and Kenya and Nene and her hubby, Nene's hubby, Greg, is there. And then Candy comes, and then we see Candy confronting Kenya about not telling her as her friend about Kenya's wedding. And then Portia arrives, and there is some tension with Candy and Portia. And then Nene and Portia, there's some tension with them as well. I guess the portion with Candy and Portia goes from Candy to Portia. The tension with Portia and Nene goes from Portia to Nene. Okay, so And then Sheree talks to Portia and Nene, and then they all talk. Sheree talks to Portia and Nene, and she's like, you all talk. And then they come together, and then they walk away, and then Nene rolls up with her arms folded on Portia, and then they argue, and then Nene leaves. And she has forgotten that it's like she doesn't even. Nene is another one who is out here doing things and may not understand the implications, because when they asked her, well, who do you pick to leave the show, and she said freaking fraud or whatever she said, it's like she doesn't understand that would upset somebody, i.e. Portia. And so she's like, I'm not talking about what happened 3 weeks ago. And she leaves. And they're both, the whole situation, they both so yuck to me that I can't really sort out or figure out, who's wrong on this issue. Because, but I'm kind of indifferent too. So anyway, that was basically the end of that episode. Thank you so much for watching. I got the rest of, I'm up through 3. I've watched, I got notes, and I'm ready to go. So go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, share this video with all of your friends and family, plus all of the other fabulous people in your life. We're working on 200 subscribers, so if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. Please, 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 please. Subscribe. All right, be you. Be fabulous. Be fabulous you. Today is the best day ever, so why not? Be you. Be fabulous. Be fabulous you.